Morning, gentlemen. Welcome to the team of IQTab. So we have started a new series of the SSB that stands for the Service Selection Board, and we would be mentoring you about this selection board. The Service Selection Board is a process. It is conducted by all the defense forces, that is the Army, Navy, Air Force, and the Coast Guard, to induct the candidates into their respective forces, and it is conducted by a prerequisite written test that is conducted by the UPSC. So first you have to clear the UPSC examination first, then you go for the SSB. It is a 5-day procedure, and the centers are located in various parts of India. Like for the army, it's in Bangalore, Bhopal, Allahabad, and Kapurthala. And for Air Force, it's in Banaras, Mysuru, and there are many forces, many service selection board in South also, like in Vishakhapatnam for the Navy and the Calcutta for the Coast Guard. So what exactly is done in SSB is that you are there for 5 days, and there are different procedures through which they test you, and the thematic appreciation test and the PPDT, that is the picture perception and description test, is among one of those tests. So it's very important that you first clear the first stage, then only you will be tested for those 5 days. In the recent times, what I have seen is that I have been to SSB a number of times, and I have got screened in continuously for 8 to 9 times. And what I have seen is that the people are good candidates, even the people who are getting recommended, they are also getting screened out in their next attempts. So, and it's because of the number of people that are attending SSB nowadays, that has increased exponentially in the recent years. And also the people have become better, their fluency has become better, their way of writing has become better. So we as a team of IQTab will try to give you some perspective about how to write good stories. Me as your mentor, I'll teach you how to extract good stories from newspaper, how you can extract stories from your surroundings. You don't have to mug up stories, you don't have to recreate some fictional story, but you can take good stories from wherever we can. We'll try to gather some good stories from the novels, from the magazines, from the newspapers, and that is possible. Okay, I'll show you how we can get good themes. I'm not saying you that you should mug up some themes before going to the SSB and lose your originality. No, that's not my point. But at least you should have an idea how to write a story. We can't go there in the SSB and in the morning we can say that I got an idea and I'll write on the story this and that. No, you can't speak anything, you can't write anything there. Yeah, they will respect your originality when you will bring your original views, they will respect it. But in a group of 15 to 20 people, those who are very good in English, those who are fluent in English, and they would be having a good story, and again you are stressing that no, I will be writing my own simple story, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so my main motive of bringing this video is to tell you that you can have a good story, you can rehearse good stories, because people who get recommended, they also rehearse. Okay, so firstly I'll tell you that this is not you don't have to write any preconceived story, that I'll say you that you can write on, if this picture comes then you should write this story. No, this is not my point. Just my point is to give you a perspective that how to think. Okay, I'll show you how to think when a picture comes. Whenever I have been to SSB a good amount of time, and I have learned that if your observation skills is good, if you observe things grasp things very easily, then it would be very easy for you to write those stat stories, those PPDT stories, and narrate also. Okay, so it has different parts. Firstly, in the SSB, the first one is that of the picture perception and description test, in which you have to see the story and write stories within 4 minutes. Okay, then what happens is that you have to narrate the story, and narration is a very important part, because guys are becoming better. The candidates have rehearsed so much in front of mirror that they are narrating very good story, and you won't stand in front of them if you are not fluent in English. I'm not saying that you have to be brilliant in English, you can't speak in Hindi, but those who are going for IMA entries, for OTA entries, and after graduation entries, you can't compromise there, that you can say that my English is not good, and so I would be speaking in Hindi in my PPDT and PPDT stories. Yeah, it is acceptable to some extent, but you can't narrate your whole story in Hindi. So firstly, the SSS that are sitting, they are very experienced person. Okay, they'll come to know that if this candidate should go for the next 5 days or not. So for that, you should give them a good theme. Let's see, I got a good theme, I got a good idea, and I would be able to implement these ideas within the next 5 days that I'll be staying there. Okay, you'll have to show them that you have the capability to go ahead, that you should be the candidate that they should be taking forward to see if those qualities, those OLQ qualities are there within you or not. Simple. So the next part is that a good narration. What a good narration is. Okay, so a good narration is, you would be getting any hardly 40 seconds to 50 seconds when you narrate your story in the entries like Coast Guard entry, in the IMA entry, and the OTA entry. Okay, they will listen to you. If your story is very good, they will listen to you, or they will give you 40-50 seconds and you'll have to complete those your story in 40-50 seconds, and you'll have to impress them. Don't have to just complete, you have to impress them. You have to say them that yes, I got some substantial amount of data, I got something within my story that you should take me in. Okay, and for that you should be having good themes with you, you should be having good details with you that you can add into your story, that will give you an edge over others. Okay, so you should try to rehearse story at your home before going to the SSB, and try to complete that story within 40-50 seconds, so that you are able to put up all your thoughts in those 40 seconds. See, we have a lot to speak when we go in SSB and we see a picture, and we have practiced, and we have rehearsed it so many times that we get too confused at what to speak, what not to speak. But you have to leave those not important parts, that the part that is not important, you have to leave it, and you have to speak only that makes sense. Okay, that will get you through that screening part, that makes sense, that only you have to speak. So I and the team of the IQTab will be coming up with the good stories, with the good stories that we would be extracting from the newspaper, from the daily newspapers. I won't be extracting those newspaper from something that I had already written. No, I will get it from the daily newspapers that is given the article, and I'll show you how to think, how to have a better perspective about the stories, how to add details in the story, how to observe the background properly. Okay, and make your preparation smooth and smart. So if you want such more videos to come in future, please comment, and we'll surely come up with good themes in the upcoming days. Thank you and Jai Hind.